All right, let's really see what we're going to talk about this week. This is a bad week. This is a really bad week for me. This is probably the worst week I've had in quite a long time. Definitely since I've been starting this project. I'll talk more about that. I don't think there's a lot else to talk about except for that, where that's left me and what I've done to deal with the situation. So I don't think there's going to be anything else to talk about unless something comes to mind. But I think that's all I need to cover this week. So while I wait for my train to get downtown to my chiropractor, I'm going to go over what needs to be said. All right, I got down here a little early, just waiting for my chiropractor, so that's on me. But let's take a minute to talk. So this was not a good week. This is my worst previous week I've had as far as being a content creator in general, and as specifically as getting things done for what I need to get done. So I hit a brick wall. What happened is I hit this damn brick wall while I was working on the website. And the problem was, and it still is a little bit, but it's getting better, is the pricing. Because I kind of want it set up like a menu with tiers and add-ons that you can take and place on, and so that's going to alter things. It's going to change things. And the way that it's set up basically just for, this is the cost, this is it. So I've been having a lot of troubles banging my head against a wall trying to get past this. It got so bad Wednesday, I just kind of slipped out of everything. I just turned off the entire day. Didn't do a damn thing other than taking care of the dogs. So that really sucked. And it took me most of Thursday to get back into the routine. So I missed basically 2 days. Day and a half, but 2 days. Let's count that as 2 days I missed. But everything's back on track now. I'm thinking next week I might show you an update of what we're doing, what we've gotten past, what's coming up. So I'm thinking about, that's what I might end up doing. So it was not a good week for me at all. Wow, worst week ever. So, with the help of the wife, we spent pretty much most of Thursday working through the problem, trying to fix it. So, we still have some pricing issues that we got to work out on the system, how the website's going to work. But more or less, it's about 75-80% done. All day Friday, all day yesterday. At this point, today's Sunday, so Saturday. And after lunch today, it's all going to be working on the website, trying to make sure it looks right, it feels right, it's easy to navigate, visually makes sense, all that. And I think I'm still okay. So my goal right now is to go public with this by September. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do by September. So we'll see how that works out. But anyway, there is one more thing, so let's talk about Guinness. So one more piece of information, one more thing popped into my head. And I'm surprised it wasn't in there to begin with, since it's kind of the focus of this whole vlog, at least for now. Until this project is resolved, I guess you'd call it. But the last thing that I wanted to talk about, and I mentioned this in passing last week, and I just can't get over it. I just can't move beyond it. And that's the fact that allegedly since it's been several weeks and I've gotten no callbacks, no emails, no interest whatsoever in the fact that a neighborhood guy is going to try for a Guinness World Record, which is very rare in my neighborhood. As far as I know, there's only one other person, or actually an establishment in Inwood, New York City, that holds a record. There may be a few more, and that's just the most recent, which is why it stands out in some of my searches. But that's still, that still says, ooh, things are falling down all over the place here. There goes another one. I'll get that in a moment. But yeah, it's still an accomplishment. Now, I'm supposed to keep at this. I'm supposed to, after every several weeks, put out some more emails to the same organizations. I can't do that. That's just being pushy. And like I said last time, and I haven't gotten over this hump, is when you're pushy, you push people away from yourself. So if I'm going to be pushy by continuing to push the narrative that I'm going for a Guinness World Record, even though none of these news medias, local, hyper local, or otherwise, give two dimes about, what am I going to do? I can't be pushy about it. I can't keep telling them about myself. I can't keep patting myself on the back and pushing myself in front of them. I can't do that. So I think I'm just going to have to let this whole thing slide. And I like I said last week, I think that's going to hurt my chances to get into the Guinness book. The fact that no media gives a shit about what I'm doing. And there's no way to make this pop in the media. There's no way to make this, look great. Like they have, someone else is doing something, they make a big deal about it, because usually it's visually fun. Someone is trying for a world record, usually it's a very visual thing. It's a very active thing. This is boring. It's just me sitting here editing on my phone that's recording me right now. Yeah, but there's nobody cares. Nobody cares except me, my wife, my sisters. I think one of my brothers cares. Yeah, I think he does. And that's it. That's it. So I'm going to keep at it, and I just can't be pushy. I can't keep telling these hyper locals and local news things, hey, look at me. Hi, look what I'm doing. That's a very sad kid that does that. So, but, well, we'll just have to move on. I'm still doing this regardless.